Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Hey now, it's your boy Big Easy. Jay Dash is here. His boy Ken Giles went to the Astros. VZV got sent to Philly. My boy ripping it up.
Vince Velasquez, you're right. He was the main piece in that trade coming back from the Astros to the Philadelphia Phillies for Ken Giles. And I do like Ken Giles. You're right. Yeah, I have him on my fantasy team, actually.
You loved him.
And
what do you mean you like him? You loved him.
I still like him. I think he'll be all right.
Well,
but
peace, Giles.
But that trade, it's already looking like a steal for Philadelphia, which really isn't surprising to me because I'm high on Vince Velasquez too. And I actually always called him Vincent Velasquez because that's always what it was up until now. He likes to be called Vince. But they also got Brett Oberholtzer and Mark Capel from Houston in that deal as well. Meanwhile, Ken Giles, he was beat out by Luke Gregerson for the closer's role in Houston, and he hasn't been pitching well early in the season either. I think he's already let up 3 home runs.
Hey now.
Velasquez, he was actually in a battle with Brett Oberholtzer for the final spot in the rotation this spring. Many thought Oberholtzer would win the battle only because Velasquez has some minor league options left still. So you'd think they'd just put him in the minor leagues and start out with Oberholtzer and see how it goes from there. I mean, Philadelphia, they're not trying to win a lot of games this season, I wouldn't believe.
No, but why not get a guy in there?
Well, Philly ended up putting him in there. Gave him the last spot in the rotation. They ended up moving Oberholtzer to the bullpen, where so far he has not succeeded, but we'll have to see how that goes. It's still early in the season, obviously. Velasquez, however, has been completely dominant in 2 starts to begin the season. No earned runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 25 strikeouts in 15 innings.
Damn.
His last start versus San Diego on April 14th here, he threw a complete game shutout, allowing 3 hits with no walks and 15 Ks in a 3-0 win.
Over who?
San Diego.
Oh, so.
Yeah, he got the win in both starts this season, so he's 2-0 already. And like I said, I've always been extremely high on Velasquez and actually added him in my Dynasty League while he was still in the minor leagues. He's just 23 years old right now. The ace potential was always there with him, but he had injury concerns, including elbow issues in the past. So he was never really ranked higher than, I would say, something like top 40 on any prospect list. Now look, he's 6'3", 205 pounds. He has a big arm. He throws his fastball in the mid to high 90s deep into games. His last outing, he was thrown 96th in the 9th inning, and he was over 110 pitches at that time. Now I don't know if 110 pitches for this guy is exactly good at this moment. I mean, he's a young pitcher, had elbow issues in the past, and you don't want to be doing this too much. But he was pitching great. They probably let him go out there, get some real confidence in him, you know.
Confidence is key.
But I'd say try to shy away from going 9 innings with Velasquez all season long.
Yeah, just so your Dynasty League team can stay afloat.
Yeah, believe it. I don't think this guy is actually going to be pitching late in the season. He's not going to throw 200 innings this season. I believe they'd shut him down at some point.
Well, we will wait and find out.
But look, he has a good changeup, a much improved curveball that actually looked nasty in his last outing, and it looks like it may be his second best pitch. I mean, his fastball is obviously his best pitch. Like I said, throwing it in the high 90s late in games. And that's something like Justin Verlander, you know, he had that high 90s fastball late in games, and he also had that nasty curveball as well. And Velasquez, he has it all. He also has a slider and a sinker that he really doesn't even ever use because he just doesn't need to. But his fastball curveball combo alone gives him a high strikeout rate, 354 Ks in 296.2 innings in the minor leagues in his minor league career. He showed average control overall in the minors. He had 101 walks in that span, but he's shown improvement so far with Philly, obviously, and he's always been hard to hit. 235 hits allowed in those 296.2 innings, giving him a career 1.13 whip in the Astros minor league system. So that's a beast right there. And if he can continue that, he's going to have a lot of success here in the major leagues. And if you look, last season, he got some time with the Houston Astros. He made 7 starts and had 12 relief appearances, pitched to a 4.37 ERA, 50 hits with 21 walks compared to 58 Ks in 55 and 2/3 innings pitched. So that's not a bad debut. And as I said before, this guy has ace potential written all over him. If he can just stay healthy and show he can pitch 200 innings at some point. Like I said, it's not going to be this season. I'd have to believe they're going to shut him down before he reaches 200 innings. But this guy's a beast. And Vince Velasquez, Aaron Nola, Jared Eichhoff. I mean, that's 3 good starters Philadelphia has, and their rotation actually does not look too bad right now and can win some games, I would have to believe.
Now.
They're a better team than the Atlanta Braves, I tell you that much.
Well, they still winless.
I don't know if they're winless or not. I think the Minnesota Twins might be, though.
Oh.
But if Houston had any sense, they would have kept everyone they dealt away for Giles and made Velasquez their closer. He would be a great closer, obviously, with that high 90s fastball and that curveball. But if they were actually smart, they would have put him in the rotation to start this season, obviously.
I know.
But in the end, Houston's lost. That's Philly's gain.
Better believe it.
Please believe it. Green Man would love it.
Philly fanatic would hate it.
Nah, those two
He
would come
loved
together
Giles.
on that.
No, the Philly fanatic loved Giles.
Ken Giles, huh?
Ken Giles.
He
was a
loved getting
pillar in
riled
that
up in the
community.
9th inning.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, he can get riled up in the 9th inning with Vince Velasquez.
VZV.
But if you want to hit us up about anything baseball, football, you like football, hit us up about football at bet_the_spread on Twitter. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/betthespread and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video.
That's right.
Yeah.